Just checking with the House of Representatives. I believe the Attorney-General is reintroducing the union-busting bill. Let's have a listen in.
This bill is not going away because the problem is not going away. And maintaining the law on construction sites around Australia is not a principle to be applied in some circumstances and disregarded in others.
The Minister will resume his seat. The member for Ryan and the member for McEwen, the Leader of the House on the point of order.
Mr Speaker, it's not surprising, given the controversy surrounding this bill, that members present would like copies, as is required under the standing orders. The members are here. There's been a lot of publicity about this moment. It was a reasonable expectation that the government would have enough copies of the bill for members to be able to have a look at it during the second reading speech, and they haven't done so.
Yeah, so look, I'll just say to the...
Let's go to the Senate. We've got Labor's Keneally. It looks like the government trying to suspend standing orders to bring on a vote on medevac. What that means, most likely, is the government's got to deal with Jackie Lambie.
What is the secret deal? A deal between the Morrison government and Senator Lambie to drive a stake through the heart of medevac, and they're keeping it secret from this Parliament and from the Australian public. Without the full details of this secret deal, how on earth can senators cast a vote in this debate? Without the details of this secret deal, senators are being asked to cast a vote to, will it start the votes again? Will this secret deal undermine national security? Or will this secret deal follow through on a better result for the people who are held in regional processing centres in Manus and Nauru? We simply don't know. Is this what this government has come to? Secret deals done behind closed doors, and now dragging it in here, guillotining debate so that they can rush to a vote. We know that this is a Prime Minister who is willing to do or say anything or promise anything. So what has been agreed to by Senator Lambie and the government is the one condition Senator Lambie made clear over the weekend.
On my right.
Is that the deal? Have they agreed to Senator Lambie's one condition? Have the government given her their word? Have they actually put pen to paper? These are all questions we don't know the answer to because they are unwilling to tell us. This is a deal that will remove life-saving medical transfer provisions for people in PNG and Nauru. Before medevac came into existence, 12 people died on this government's watch. 12 people, countless other people left sick, disfigured, scarred. If senators are to repeal medevac without any knowledge of the deal, they are voting blind. I ask, Mr. President, does Senator Hanson know the secret deal? Does Senator Roberts know what is in this secret deal? They've given their commitment to vote for a repeal of medevac. Now they're being asked to vote for repeal of medevac. There's a deal they don't know anything about. You've been cut out of the process, have you? Do you know if this deal is going to be good for the people on PNG or bad? Do you know if this deal is going to restart the boats or not? And do you trust this Prime Minister? I say to Senator Lambie, think about this Prime Minister. He will make up anything just to get himself out of a political bind. He promised to ban the expulsion of gay students on the basis of their sexuality. He never delivered on that deal. Religious discrimination laws he promised to introduce by the end of the year. He has pushed that off into the never-never. The National Integrity Commission, the Prime Minister promised to deliver that deal. He pushed that off to next year. He promised to respond to the ACCC report on digital giants. He pushed that off. He's gone slow on the dairy code after they committed to doing that. They promised higher wages, a broken promise. They promised to put flash technology for diabetes sufferers on the PBS by March this year. They failed to deliver on that. They have a worthless ministerial code. Witness Angus Taylor. They've gone slow on the Banking Royal Commission. So how can Senator Lambie have any confidence that whatever secret deal she has struck with this government that they will deliver, that they will deliver. The fact remains that medevac was only ever needed because the Prime Minister and the Minister for Home Affairs refused life-saving transfers for sick people. Labor believes that Australia can have strong borders without losing our humanity. Let's be clear. People's lives are at risk. When we are casting our votes on this legislation, people's lives are at risk. It is not the time for sacred deals. It is not the time for political games. And the worst part, how are we possibly as a parliament supposed to hold the Prime Minister and this government to account when they are doing secret deals with the crossbench that they are not telling the parliament or the people of Australia about? They are asking us to just trust them with a secret deal. Well, medevac has saved lives and continues to save lives. It should not be repealed with a secret deal, and Labor will vote to save medevac.
Senator Keneally. Senator Birmingham.
Thanks, Thanks, Mr. President. Well, Mr. President, what we've just heard from Ambassador Keneally there.
Senator Birmingham. I ask you to refer senators by their formal titles.
Mr. President, what we've just heard from current Senator Keneally there, and staying Senator Keneally, thanks to the fact that we don't have a Bill Shorten government, Senator Keneally engaging in complete overreach, complete misleading conduct as well in terms of the issue that is before this chamber. We hear from Senator Keneally and those opposite again and again statements that try to create the belief that somehow, without their flawed medevac laws, there is no process or no role for medical practitioners in terms of the transfer of individuals to Australia. That is completely untrue. That is completely untrue. The truth is, processes for medical transfers already existed prior to the medevac laws, and they will continue to exist should this bill pass the Senate. Specifically, Mr. President, Section 198B of the Migration Act allows for transitory persons from a country or place outside Australia to come to Australia for temporary purpose, for medical or psychiatric assessment or treatment. These provisions have been used, will be used. That is what is there already. The repeal of Labor's laws doesn't change the ability to be able to medically transfer a transitory person to Australia. It does not change that.
No.
That's the Trade Minister, Simon Birmingham, calling Labor, or saying they're guilty of overreach in their attack there, suggesting that the government's done a secret deal with Jackie Lambie that's going to drive a stake through the heart of the medevac deal. That was the argument from Christina Keneally. Matthias Cormann has moved a motion to bring on the medevac vote. So what does that mean? Well, it means that a deal has most likely, you would assume, been done with Jackie Lambie, because otherwise they wouldn't want the vote to be had.